Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome back to this session of today. It's coming one-on-one from these fish ponds of mine and to this section, and it's one-on-one live. And here we are. Keep it tuned, keep it locked. We are starting up this session right now, and we have the breaking news that I have today, and gonna be very lit. Here we go. Guys, do you know that the Didi uncle is back onto the village? The Didi uncle is back to the village. And I just discovered one of the things that are going to be playing here, so as you can just see where they are going to settle and wait for their Didism to continue. Here it's the clip. React.
Let me take a picture. Let me take a picture. Somebody waiting around.
Guys, from this section, you have just seen they're now going to pause at a certain corner and waiting, and it's a very dark place. I got a footage yesterday, and it was very, very fantastic because at night, that's how now the session is ongoing. And this is what we always talk about. Why come to Africa? Why come to Kenya? And why specifically you are coming to Nyabuanse? Because you know what you have just left in Nyabuanse. You know that you have some of the small ladies that you want to antagonize, and you want to kind of turn. You want to candle them. And this is the real fact. Now, this kind of the people from Jamaica right now, they are coming to invade Nyabuanse because of our young ladies who are just onto this position. And this is the real fact that is ongoing. And they are headed up because you cannot come in Africa. You cannot come and say that I want to have a certain lady so that I can go and do shakere, 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 baby, shakere. It doesn't happen because you should have a person who is coming from the same village. And I talk about the Kenge firstborn is the one who is always maneuvering with them, making sure that they are going to certain corners that they know. This is a corner that is having some influence of the Shekere or the 360 or, you know, let me tell you a story. I'm just imagining how the Didi uncle, whenever he goes to look for to be antagonized, to look for something that he can just talk about, let me trigger, let me know if my cucumbers and the pears gonna be rectifying, let me know if where I can just go and change some oil. And this is the real fact now. They're coming to Africa where they know money is everything, where they know if you are given money, it's an exchange of fluids. Where you are given money, it's an exchange of cucumbers. Whenever you are given money, it's an exchange of 360. And it's only you who will just be doubted. How many rounds? How many times? How strong are you? And I'm just doubting myself. How is the Didi uncle is? Is he thinking that he's so strong enough to make sure that the Africans cannot be good in terms of that one? So I'm sympathizing with such kind of the conditions that are always happening unto the villa. And this is the real fact. Right now, he had not seen, and now you think about, okay, there are some people who cannot see whatever is just taking place. We always talk about, there was only one person who was making me not to get the footages the way they were, and it was Gake. But now he's no longer available. My friend, I tell you, and yesterday I told you, everything gonna be coming to you live, and the footages are coming to you. So keep it locked, keep it tuned, because this is just the beginning. And the real fact is one. The Didi uncle has arrived, and he has left one of the boys who they were talking about, you know what, I'm the controller, I'm what and what and what and what. He has come back. And why is he coming back? He went up to Rwanda. Why couldn't he just book the ticket from Rwanda to go back to Jamaica? Why? Because of what? Because of Didism. And I'm telling you this, and because of the fauna and flora that we are having onto the ecosystem, because they should be there in the world. So he's just thinking about, you know what, this flora, I have to antagonize myself in this flora this way. And to this fauna, I have to antagonize myself this way. So that's how he's just playing from one position to another. Then, do you know what he has just done in Rwanda? Can somebody relate? My friend, let me tell you. I heard, and this is the real fact. Whenever he was coming out from the villa, he went to Nairobi, he talked to one person called Morgan. If you can just talk about the Morgan one. And Morgan was the one who was saying that, you know what? Come, I give you the youngness. They're called the youngness. And whenever now he reached there, he was now seeing the 360s, how they're just shekere, how they're just moving from one place to another. You know, whenever you are walking, you can just start counting 1, 2, 3. That's how they're just moving. Very healthy and simultaneously moving from one section to another, carelessly hanging and loosely attached. That's what this kind of a guy likes. Let me give you the characteristic of the Diddy uncle. Number 1. He thinks he's so energetic. And you know, where you can just see how he is and from the face. How the things are passing through the face because of the edginess. That's how the cucumbers. And the same thing that I'm gonna just tell you is one. This guy is coming to make sure that he's luring people with money, because the money ever brewered people with, he has ever given people with, that the money that has got people's wife out of their homes, it's the same money that has got people in trouble. It's the same amount of money that has caused our ladies outside here to be catapulted into such kind of the conditions of early marriages, early pregnancies, drop out of schools, and just cheating them that, you know what, if you just look at the dollars I'm having, look at the dollars, and he's the person who is coming to make sure that the village is out of its own conscience, and this is the real fact. And now we are being given a fight. And I can just remember somebody's talking about, you know what, this is Gake. You know what, I'm going to sue these people. They're just doing this and this and this. Yet he's the one who is supporting this Didism unto the village. Talking about Gintu is luring girls with money. And yet, do you have an evidence of talking such kind of the shits? Talking about Gintu is luring people with money. About your Gake driver is the one who was luring people, talking about, I will be, just call me, then I will record that Gintu lured you with 5,000 Kenya shillings with Mogesi's sister, so as we can sue them that they're the ones who are luring you with money. Did it happen? We have all the datas that you always do. And now you're talking about, I'm having a group of people, a WhatsApp group, we know them. And Janet Harris, the past person onto that group, and she doesn't even think, she thinks this is the western part of wherever she is. Talking about Satoni, I know the guy very well. I know the guy. Do you want me to tell you where he's coming from? Because he was one of my supporters. And whenever I talked about, I cannot go hand in hand with such kind of the stupidity and scenarios that are not even catapulting to the people's mouth or catapulting to the development of our Nyabuanse. It can never happen. And he was telling me, you know what, just be positive. Somebody talking to you bad, solving all the issues using the platform. Talking to somebody coming to you, talking about, you know what, you have to cool down. You have to cool down my foot. It can never happen. Because he's the one who is trying to solve everything using the platform. So we have to solve it. And whenever we solve, talking about Gintu is insulting me. In which manner? Talking about Gintu is a thief. These are my fish ponds here. 3 big fish ponds. Yours is just 96 meters squared, my friend. I'm telling you, if you don't know. And I know you don't know this. Your fish pond, let me tell you, let me pump the knowledge to an empty head, Gake. This way. Your fish pond is 96 meters squared. My one fish pond here, like this one, it is 336 meters squared. This one here, it is 320 meters squared. The other one at that far end, it's 300 flat meters squared. How many your stupid fish ponds can come to mind? I just took fish from my fish ponds here, and this was the fish pond that I was taking some fish, and I reallocated them to your fish pond. 300 of them. And you don't know if I counted. You are now talking about, you know what, I have some fish. Do you know if I counted? Do you know even whenever I just added? And I came with my own, talking about, I'm just humble to this guy. I want to do this kind of a work. And talking about Gintu stole my fish. Gintu, and I was having more than 4,000 fish onto my fish ponds here. And even right now, I have some fish here. But you can never see how I'm just talking about, oh, I have some people who are still stealing. But you can never see me in the platform talking about Gake stole me or somebody stole me. Now you want to solve everything using your platform, thinking that, okay, now you're going to make sure that Gintu is unconditional, is helter-skelter this way. It's unconditional circumstances, my friend. And you are the one who is not even, you talk about, you know, I have a fish, I have this one. My friend, if you don't know even the romance, you're talking about, you know what, guys, just chase your wives that you are having into the village. I want you to marry the wives. And talking this kind of the nonsense, even in front of the girlfriend you're talking about, and talking about, you know what, no, I will not do this. No, my mom is looking at me. No, I'm not going to marry. Don't put people stupid. And the real fact, if the Argentinian longnose doesn't understand it, the real fact about this, watch this video, I tell you who is Kenge the Rive Life. Because I took Kenge to the bank. I cooked for Kenge. I talked about, I know everything that was helter-skelter onto the house. And even before the Argentinian longnose could just arrive onto the villa during that time, where was I? Where was I? I was there. Whatever was just being taking place onto the villa, I was there. Whoever they talk about this kind of the shaker people who are coming talking about, I like your cucumbers, or whenever you urinate to the camera, oh, I saw that one, why couldn't you show people such kind of, and this is the real fact about it. He's the one who is always showing people such kind of the nonsense and nudity to the public, and yet is the one talking about, you know what, you'll get the support because of what that support is talking about is when you can just send your nudity to the people so as you can get the support. And whenever you don't comprehend with him, he talks about you are now disrespectful. Look at how stupid people they want us, the Africans, to behave. They think that, you know what, now whatever you are having onto your long trouser or whatever you are having carelessly hanging is the one that you have to obtuse and make sure that people can just get them in an angle that you want. And talk about, you know what, whereas we are just, that's the villa of didism. And that's the field. How many ladies got pregnancies from there? How people were just being mismanaged into that villa. And right now he's talking about, you know what, girls are being paid so as they can just say lies. Yet there are mothers who came, and I can just tell you there's a fact. There's a time a mother came and said, why is the Kenge driver making my children to look so pathetic? Why is he making sure that he's just molesting my girl? And Kenge was about, even the mother of that lady said that, you know what, Kenge, you don't even have a child. You don't even have a child. You don't know the real factor, the struggle of looking for a child. Right now you think that we have struggled one. My friend, come to the Legends, we tell you how people struggle and make sure that the bed bully is ongoing. Maybe you don't know such kind of the issues. The only thing is pa in Argentina, pa in the Philippines, pa in the US. Right now, where are you right now? You are going back to Colombia, and that's why you are going to make sure that you are just going to rehearse your own affidavit and unconditional contemptions that you have. And that's the real fact about it. Now you want to throw people into an imbroglio, thinking that, okay, now these people, they are lunatics, they are this way, no, they have done that one. It can never happen because now the talk about the village, it has squeezed itself. It has realized this kind of the Kengedism, it's not working. This kind of the Argentinian longism, it's not working. Let's work on our own perfection. And now you're telling people that, no, just go to the village, even whenever I'm not there. Now you're talking about, you know what, I'm just going to bring very qualified and very special people onto the gate so that they can just control whatever is coming out and coming in. My friend, you are loose because there's nothing I can ever know. And whatever I want to know, I can know it in any obstacle, and it will come to my own attention. Just wait, because there's something rolling. And whenever it rolls, it's going to be coming live because you taught us on how to broadcast everything to the platform. So you're going to be now bearing to the fruits that you got out. So even the fish has to cook itself using its own oil. That's now you're cooking yourself because you never wanted to realize, you never wanted to have a little bit of a sequence of your brain to be scrutinized to make sure that you can just be a civilized person. Talk about this is the things to go. Now you have brought some of the people talking about the visitors are coming. Not even investing. You are now talking about they're coming to invest in people's stomachs, investing in people's private parts here, and talking about, you know what, those are the investors. Investors of what? Right now, everything that you are bringing, talking about, you know what, I want to bring some people who going to be changing your lives. Changing whose life? Changing life from your girlhood, now changing to the motherhood with an immediate effect. That's the change you want to bring unto us? Let me give you a story. We ever talked about this kind of a scenario? That what caused Gake to get out from his home? Why? And even the conduct, yes, the time he came to my place, he said to me, guys, it said to me this way, Gento, let me tell you one thing. Gake has ever come to me several times. And always whenever he comes, or whenever he wakes up, and you see outside there are so many people coming to look for forgiveness. Some people come to look for sympathy. Some people come to look for support. Some people come to look for shout-outs. Some people come to be helped. Maybe they have a miscellaneous challenge. And whenever the conduct was talking about, I never liked it. And it was about, why can't you not like such kind of the things? And that's why the people are thrown into imbroglio. You can never find that, okay, this is the thing to go. This is the thing not to go. But it's just they're talking about, you know what? I don't like such kind of the things. I don't like people coming to my home. Yet that home, it's donations that from some people that were building such kind of a place you are just staying. And now talking about, I don't like people. From where? And who are you now? If you don't like people, who are you staying with? And what caused Gake to get out from their place? One thing is one. Let me tell you. There were so many people who are just doing their work as maids. And now it reached at a time, everyone was looking at each other. Whenever she turns this way, everyone is now counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever she's going to the kitchen, oh no, can you go and bring me some food? Now she's counting whenever she's going back. No, now bring me water for drinking. He's counting everything. So the conduct, Gake, they're all counting. So it was now to an extent, they could now fight unto their home, talking about, oh, now who is to deal with this one perpendicularly per unit time, who is to deal with that one, which one of the following is sizable, which one of the following is more good to be entertained. Or have you ever quoted a question in primary school? It was saying that which one of the following is the best, or which one of the following is not. So this is the kind of the questions that they were asking themselves at their home whenever they want to serve themselves. You know, now in the evening time, you know, now is bringing such kind of the stupidity from the Caribbean part or from the West life, talking about, you know what? Whenever it reaches in the evening, they are now wearing some panties and talking about, now we are at home, now taking some laptops to their thigh and talking about, now bring me juice, bring me mango juice, bring me food, bring me this one. Yet there, and whatever they want now to broadcast so as the maids can see are the cucumbers. And those are the both conduct and both the Gake. They're always discussing it and talking about, you know what, you have to come and serve me to my room. I was just discussing this. You know what, even whenever the con mom is not available, I was doubting what was happening. I was doubting myself what could be happening. Because even there's a lady here called Irene Inaga, and Irene Inaga was the one who was being used. So as there's a person who is unto the gate right now, who is the brother to the conduct, and is the one is more than 60 years. He has never even I think he's approaching 60. He has never married. So the conduct and the Gake, they were talking about, no, we have to look for a lady who has 2 children. You give her 60-year-old. Look at how we are being taken as fools. Look at how Africans are being taken as fools because of, you know what, we will be helping you. We have a YouTube channel. Now you'll join the family. Very nonsensical things. You can never even think. And that's why we talk about this kind of a person is a didism. And we have to contradict with his own statements whenever they're coming out to us. And whenever we contradict, they're talking about, we are going to look for a roya my foot. It can never happen. And whenever you sug into thinking about, you know what, you don't want the truth to come out, you don't want this kind of the things to come out, it's going to be coming very fantastically. And this is just the beginning. And you think about, you know what, I'm just coming out from here, I go to Three Amigos, I'll just broadcast it live from there. Whenever I come from there, I'll go somewhere else, I'll broadcast it there. And whatever now you're now discussing is telling people that, you know what, my subscribers, go tell Gake not to be positive. Yet you chose just that person. And we ever talked about it, you're going to be doing it. And right now you see that no, now the burden is too much. I think you have never paid that guy. I know there's no money you ever paid that guy. And whenever you ask that guy right now, the Gake, did you receive any payment from that guy? No, I was working for free. That's the only thing that you can just lure people to say. So as you don't want them to do what? You don't want them to obtuse or excuse themselves. That you know what, I was working with this kind of amount of money. You talked about to go and keep quiet. And right now, you're talking about the laptop to go back to the villa because it's for the donations. Look at how people are being taken as fools. And that's why we always rectify this kind of the mistakes. Not to happen again to anyone, whatever the person, but due to unconditional circumstances, they do happen because of, you know what, I'll sue you whenever you don't do this. You don't have money at your home. I have money. My family has money. Which kind of money are you talking about? It can never happen that way. Your family, it's not the rich people. They're just beggars. If you don't know, my friend, I'm telling you, Kenge, there today, your family is a beggar because you are talking about, you know, we are the millionaires donating some of the clothes coming here and talking about 2025. Without paying people, talking about, I paid them, guys. I paid them. How can a person work for me for 90 days, then I don't pay them? How is that one? You are sympathizing with your people, but the real fact on to the ground, even those subscribers can come to the ground and see like the trench town boy, what you have just done. They could just even obtuse themselves. They could just be saying, oh, my living God, what is happening unto this? And it can never happen again. And even all the people are just supporting you. They're talking about, I have much of them, like the person called Magafula. Always, I don't even block such kind of a person because they are the people who are supporting the channel to grow. Always supporting. And he's going to be commenting here. You'll see the comment from Magafula. He's going to be here. I don't have such kind of the jealousy that, oh, I have to block such kind of a person. I have to comment the way you need. Talk whatever you need to talk. Because it is there. No, you have the right for speech. You have your own freedoms for you to express yourself in whichever emotion, whether jealousy emotion, whether aggressive emotion, whether smooth emotion, whether rough emotion, whether PDD emotion, whether cucumber emotion, everything is fantastic. Whether espousing emotion, everything is recommendable. You can do whatever you need. And whenever somebody is just texting you, whatever you do is rubbing the text very quickly without even people noticing that there was something that was written as a comment. And maybe it was a thoughtful comment. But now, from your own didism, from your own bedavid of your small brain, as a young boy, you don't understand. And they said that I'm going to be teaching you much of the things. So keep it tuned onto this channel. I'll be giving you the lecture, my friend. Because you think about, you know what? You have done something good. You have done it in life. Not yet. You don't have even an investment. So the only thing you are investing in donations. So whenever they will die. And even you told me one day, going to never depend on donations. Those people might die one day. And I was about to, okay. So whenever I knew such kind of a question and such kind of a thing. Now, you are now coming out talking about, you know what, my donors, we have to sue Gintu. We have somebody to help me to get a very good lawyer. Look at how such kind of the people are being used with an African who is not even responsible for his own village. He has never transformed even one thing. He wants even to spoil the river so as he can just buy or sell water to the environment, sell water to even the village. And he was told, if you are a millionaire, a good person, let me tell you this kind of a story. Whenever electricity was being brought onto the village, people thought that, okay, this person gonna help us. And he just brought a very illegal line of electricity from one of the upper posts. And whenever the electricity reached down to the point, it was illegal. One day they came and cut the electricity, talking about it has brought some chaos from the transformer. It's always shooting. It's always having power on surge. And things got worse. Then people know that, okay, he was told, can you, and to that village, because he was so insensitive, they told him that, oh, you know what? You have to do one thing. can you write the names of all the villagers who are from this area or from this village to make sure that we are having the names and the ID numbers, so as whenever this goes to the government, national government, because the electricity is coming from the national government, we shall know how many civilians, how many covers are we going to serve with electricity. Then this guy was talking about, no, before I do that one, I have to do it more. I have to just bring mine first. I have to buy a transformer. Is that a person who has a good urge with the environment? Talking about, no, I'm going to place my own transformer. I want to buy a transformer. I want to buy a transformer. So as people can even talk about, you know what, I like your idea. Let me support you, buy a transformer. Oh, you never saw it. It never happened. And you saw that, okay, electricity cannot happen. You went to the generators, you were asking about, oh, let me call. Even I was there. You were calling somebody, talking about, you know what, you told me about the generator, you're going to be buying me 500,000. Oh, it never happened. And now you talked about, you know what, I want to buy a solar system. If it could not be the Didi uncle who promoted you with more than 1 million Kenya shillings, for you to have the solars, there's nowhere you could be. And that's why I'm telling you, you are so jealous about it. He cannot even talk about, you're talking about I'm a millionaire. I have money. You have money to sue Ginto and you cannot even bring electricity to your home. Look at how such kind of anthropic such kind of the reaction. Guys, the valid response to this kind of the reactions that are always prevailing right now are going to be saying that we are being thrown into an imbroglio as the villagers. And whenever we say that, okay, this kind of a thing, it's not serious. Why can't we change this? He's talking about, no, I don't want such kind of a person. I am telling this as a fact. The way he says that I will never, and I cannot just go hand in hand with Gintu. One day you will come. And whenever you don't come, we are with you perpendicularly per unit time. Helter, skelter, in and out. That's the real fact. Because whenever we say that, you know what, very less development, many negative impact to the families, negative impact to the village. And talking about, you know what, I'll do something good. I want to do this. I want to do that one. Even this kind of the solars, I want to extend them, even supply electricity to our people here. You know, just kind of the things. You cannot say that, okay, one day I want to have a very big solar plant and make sure that I am getting electricity, this kind of the megawatts, and I'll be supplying to the villagers for free. And talking about, you know what, this kind of an opportunity, I want to sell power and a millionaire. I'm sympathizing with such kind of the reactions. Talking about, you know what, guys, I want to have some fish ponds here that are going to be having some fish. I'm going to be selling to the villagers. Which kind of the fish pond? They will never work. My friend, whatever you did to me, and have you ever knew that there is a person you can employ somewhere and make it happen? And whenever you get that person out, it can never happen. It will never happen. And I know the real fact of those fish ponds, 3 of them. I was the only person, and even if you just gauge me the way I was, it's only me, I just filled the 3 fish ponds once upon a time until the 3rd one, it was full of water. And one day, Ernesto was swimming with the tortoises and the turtles onto that 3rd fish pond. Have you ever encouraged it? Have you ever reached into that kind of a responsition? Have you ever? You can never reach into that point. I was the only person who knew the whole strategy of the fish pond. If I can just build mine here, mine are called Athens. Look at how full water is. Look at this one, very full of water, very full of water. And what about yours right now? And I told you, I am the only person who knows about talk about the ornamental fish. I gave you an idea as a boy, talking about, you know what, let me pump such kind of a good knowledge into your head that there are things called ornamentals. And you ever insisted, oh, Gintu, what are you talking about? What are these ornamental? I talked about the red and the black fishes. Even right now, if you want to comment in his concession, ask him, do you know even one ornamental fish name? even one. He can never answer. He doesn't know such kind of a thing. The only thing is donations came. Oh, Janet Harris texted me in WhatsApp. Oh, such kind of a person is sending me money. Oh, there's a luggage coming from somewhere. Oh, that's the only thing he can think. Doesn't have a good brain for him to think about what is tomorrow. He thinks about today, and he's the one who's thinking about, whenever you go to the town and get the vehicles are parked, talking about we are going, who is going? Whenever you get inside, the person is saying that we are going, hey, one person. Whenever you enter inside, the guy now still he cannot go with you. He just back himself and he just remain to the same position as the vehicle is moving. That's the real person I'm talking about. He's the one who can tell you, let's go. And whenever now people are now going, he still remain at the same position to tell other people, let's go. So he's the one telling people, you know what? I want you to have development. Development while you are the one who is demolishing that development from people. How many people right now are crying? Look at Hello Baby right now. He's the one who was helping the conduct, turning him from one position to another, taking him from this position to another, taking your devil from one position to another. You are using the motorbike as a family. And right now talking about, I don't like such kind of a boy. He's the one who is, I have never received any kind of the information. Even there's a time, if you want to get me very clearly, there's a time I said, Hello Baby had some miscellaneous challenges with the girls outside here. Gake had some miscellaneous challenges. Do you think that I can roast you, then you give me the information? Look at how people are just mistreated. And people don't get the real fact about what is to be meant. And we're going to say it. Look at what is now happening unto the village. People now are thrown into an imbroglio. The fauna, it's not good working right now. The thing that we talked about, I want to be a YouTuber, it can never work. It has never worked. Look at whenever I plant some greens here, people now get their own stupidity and innocuous reactions and talk about, you know what, I have to go there and just spray there a Roundup. Look at such kind of the things that are happening. I want to go there. No, that person is doing this one. I want to cut it short. It can never happen. It can never happen. It will never happen that way. And it was just a miscellaneous effect that guy came. And I was not serious to look for such kind of a person because it could be chaos unto the village again. A person who is talking about, you know what? Always, whenever he's just at Argentina, he's always telling the parents, talk about the in-laws, the parents-in-law, talking about, you know what? I want to, you can open a YouTube channel. What do you mean? That statement is very big. I think now you can open a YouTube channel. It's very big. Wedogo. Wacha kabisa. Kuma nyinyi ndio mnaziharibia tena. Wacha kabisa. So the real fact now, guys, it's coming here. Whenever a person tells you, whenever you go to ask somebody that, I want you to help him with 1,000. And before you get there, the person is now talking, hey, nowadays this life, even there's no money. I don't know what I can just do. If you reach somewhere, somebody start, and he knows that this person is going to be asking for a little bit of help. And you reach there, somebody's talking about, this kind of money today, it's not found. What can I do to make sure? Now, what are you meaning? That person should not post the question. So that's the real fact that is ongoing in Argentina. Whenever he says that you are now ready to open your YouTube channels, he's just bored with that family. And that's why one day, whenever he was having a live, he was saying that I should have a wife in South Africa, I should have a wife somewhere, I should have a wife somewhere. What does it reflect? I have my own cucumbers. I know where they're just trespassing sometimes. I have a sausage here in Nyabohanse. That's the real fact. And I said it. He's gonna not survive in Argentina. He's talking about we are building a room, talking about we are building a studio. Which kind of a house is that one? And talking about, you know what, this kind of the people who are living in mud houses, is that different from the ones that we are living outside here? And talking about the people living in mud houses, yet there was the first house you built unto a place. While you're talking about, you know what, guys, I want to build here a house, and this is the same house that you built and talked about it's going to be a store, and you put it there some people so that they can protect your properties. Look at how insane people are just translating other people's life. What you are one who is part of that program. It's just like a monkey laughing on its other monkey because of the back, because of the cucumbers are still hanging in blue color, and the one is not looking at itself and talking about, you know what, look at that one, it's having blue cucumbers, and yet it doesn't recognize that even him behind is having the blue cucumbers. Look at how people are insane. And also, he's the one promoting, you know what, I want this village to be of dynasty. Yet you are taking people out, taking plots, and talking about, you know what, whenever you come to, I will give you a plot. Buying people so as you can just transfer the whole village from here and put the people from the Caribbean, put people from the US. Talking about, no, if you want a land, you can get it here, but it's the one who has made this village to be more expensive. And people cannot even accommodate their own self-interest from this kind of the village. People cannot even know, where am I walking from? Where am I heading to? Because you want to transform it. You want to bring people from out. Why can't you know that even Gintu, even Mogesi, even Gake, even other under Papo, people are just onto the village. They can even themselves build. Even this village can grow. I'm talking about, you know what, Gintu, I want to buy a land from you. Very insane. Sending me that, you know what, there's a land that it's just at the other position. Is talking about, you know what, that land, if I can get it, I can build there some. You can never get it. Whatever you want to build, even me, I can build it there. And that's the real fact. And there's no challenge gonna be challenging us. Whenever you build your own houses there, at the upper side of the river, we're gonna be there. And that's the real fact. And whenever you see that, okay, now these people, they have denied that I don't have to get such kind of a plot. No, what I have to do, I have to chase these people because now you cannot help me. Because some people have that kind of a small sense, talking about, you know what, I have to bring such kind of a person close to me so as I can win something. But there's people who learned. There are people who ever saw life how it was. There are people who knows how this life is. There are people who saw it before you. You're talking about I was the one who was herding the goats outside here, who was taking care of the cows, who was taking care of the donkeys. I was just going to the sugarcane planting. I was just weeding until even evening. My father was very rough, was this way. Do you think you are the only person who was born in such kind of the scenario? Better you, because your parents were civil servants. What about the other people? And that's why you're calling other people's parents poor people and peasant farmers. Peasant. My friend, I'm very, very sorry for you. Such kind of a word. Just emit it from your mouth, because it's going to land you to a terrible and untrapicious moment that you never know. Thinking you are the only person who learned to university, yet there is no universities there. Thinking you are the only person who can just do the YouTube and prevail. There are people, even in this world, there are people who have YouTube channels, my friend. Why do you always come to the small channels that are growing, and yet you know you went to the prostitutes so as you can view there some video kissing each other outside there, thinking that we are interested in such kind of the things? We are not. And you know, let me tell you a story, guys. You know, whenever this kind of a village was being started and people are now coming to take some lands here, nobody knew this area will be this way. Including himself, never knew this place can be looking like this. But he's coming outside here to antagonize our minds, to demolish our own visions, saying that I don't need you, Yet you are the one who said that I will help you until the end. I'll struggle with you until the end. But whenever it reaches at a time now you want to rise, it becomes now an enemy. It doesn't want you. He feels that you are now the headache. Look at how he was just explaining himself that if you are a man enough, why can't you tell people, I took Gintu, I took Mugesi, Mwesi was planting trees, and I promised him this kind of the money. I promised these people this kind of the money at the end of the month. They worked, yes, but I don't have money to pay them. Can people contribute and donate so as I can pay these people so as these things can go? But yet you are coming outside here to tell Gintu, I will sue you because of what you are demanding. It's not good for me. If you cannot provide such kind of the things, essential things, like you're talking about, you are a millionaire, a nonsense millionaire. A millionaire who is depending on donations. A millionaire who is depending on the investors to come and buy land and take them. A millionaire who is demanding people to purchase for him a generator. A millionaire who is demanding people to bring electricity to his home. A millionaire who is gauging and cannot even grade his own road to his position is depending on the donors from outside Kenya to come and dig the road and make it good to his home and chase them at the end. Which kind of a millionaire is that? He thinks the only person who has a good house here in Yabuanse, but he doesn't know it's a swamp area and it's gonna collapse. It cannot survive more than 10 years. What he doesn't know is people are crying daily. Mothers are crying daily. There are people who just left their homes very early in the morning. I want to go there and work, get some things. And whenever now you are addicted, he takes you, I'll employ you. I'll give you these kind of things. Just be here, cherish, eat. And he's the one who is always telling people, there's a food, can you eat? And whenever you want to chase you, he's saying, you are coming to eat. Look at such kind of an idiocy, kind of a suspense is living to the people. That's how the Africans are. That's how an African is behaving always. He can tell you, there's food here, come and eat. Whenever you eat, at the end of the time, whenever you are getting out, it tells you now you have ate, now you are now good, now you are living. So it's the same kind of the king how is just behaving. Talking about, there's food, can you work somewhere from morning to the evening, 5 or 6, not working or not eating. And you are the people who are cooking for our own selves. You are not the one who was cooking and telling that you are eating food from me. Why are you cooking that food? Do you know even how to cook? I'm just sympathizing with such kind of a person who cannot think very critically, cannot think responsibly, cannot think vertically. He always think irregularly. He only think obtusely, and he cannot think beyond such kind of the things. Talking about, you know what? I want to do some things here. You know, tomorrow we are having a party. Gintu, where are you? I want to tomorrow be part of the program. Rest in peace, Rose DJ, wherever you are. God take your soul to the eternal peace. And he was telling that, okay, you and Gintu, you are the ones. And Gintu, I trust you. You are always faster. Whenever I send you, you go very quickly. I don't know where my Kenge drive is always. Sometimes I send him where I don't know where he's always. He always goes to the people's wives. And you talk about, I don't know. And you're talking about, you know what, it's very late. Look at what time is my driver is coming to the work. Look at this, solving issues with the platform. So as other people can see it, that always you are the only person who is right. I can just remember the time of the helipad and you are mistreating people. Talking about, you know what, I'm not going to pay you. Can you go? Talk about the Musani, the small boy who was working there called Musani. Look at how mistreatment you gave that kind of a boy. And even you chased him without paying him any kind of money, even a cent. And he worked in the helipad sector. And you're talking about, you know what, I'm a millionaire. A millionaire? What kind of a person is this one? And we are so sympathizing with such kind of the reactions. People are crying, talking about, no, I've worked there since morning, and it's telling me that I've not worked. And talking about you, I see you have not done some work. Why can't you chase a person whenever he's working or entering onto the work? Say that I don't want you today. You leave the guy and do the work until never it's registered at the end, telling the guy that I don't need you. Such kind of an imbroglio you are telling to the people. You are touching people, the minds, and getting people into depression. And saying that I'm helping the community to grow. To grow what? To grow what? Look at, he's a farmer. He used to work there, provide you with the good greens, yet you just kicked him like a dog outside. Look at Tea Travel. She walked onto your place. She cooked for you. She served you. And even you are sympathizing with her. Oh my God, your phone has oh, how can I do this? So how can we help you? Oh, I have some guests are coming. Prepare some delicious food. What are we going? Even Gake doesn't know what he can eat. He doesn't know what he can eat the following day. He doesn't recommend. He doesn't know what he can eat. But at the end, he's now coming to say that you are ungrateful. Can you go? And you are the one writing every document, talking about today we eat this, tomorrow we eat this, supper is this, breakfast is this, luncheon is this. And whenever he comes, say that, oh, which kind of the food is ready. And whenever you come, at the long last, is ungrateful. I'm chasing you. I fired you. I don't want to see you. Look at how people are thrown into an imbroglio. And people are just talking about, you know what? This king is the only person who is a village saver. A village saver, my foot, can never happen into this kind of the world. And it will never happen. If it's just such kind of a lunatic person, we cannot commend and we cannot recommend such kind of the habits to prevail unto the village ever and ever. And I'm telling Gake as a fact, let a spade be called a spade. If you are a boy, let be called you are a boy. If you are a diddy, let's talk about you are the diddy. And the nonsensical things that you are bringing into the villa, talking about, you know what, I don't want to see anybody. We are waiting for you to come. We will see. And one day you'll talk about, some people have color. Guys, help me. No one will ever come out. No one will ever come out. And you will just surrender yourself and you will come back to us. And this is the real fact. The people are just pretending with that they are coming from the western part of the world. They are coming from Caribbean. I'm very, very sympathizing with you. We are the people at the ground and we are the people who can help you. And whenever you don't do that one, because this is your home, and even wherever, and we don't say that it cannot be happening, we are the people who will dig everything that will just accommodate you to the internal pieces. And that's the real fact. So keep it tuned, keep it locked. Whatever you do, know that we are eyeing forward. One day we will eye it for you and we will sympathize with you whenever it will be sympathizing with you if you sympathize with us. If you don't sympathize with us, we're gonna now be aggressive with you fantastically. So keep it tuned, guys. If it's your first time reaching this kind of an end, subscribe, like, share, comment, and we can groove together as a team. It's _Ginto, the real G from the village. And this is just not yet. Still to come. But to this video, and this is the end. Keep it tuned, keep it locked. Whenever you throw a stone to somewhere where maybe a gathering of people is, then you hear a very loud noise coming out from that gathering, you know it has hit somebody. So this is a direct quote to one person called Gake, who is talking about, I've never talked about, somebody if he can just come out and say that, you know what, somebody is giving me some names, somebody is giving me some names. I don't know if that stone hit you. Who told you I mean it's you? Whenever I say the con person, do I mean somebody? Do I mean it's you? Do I mean it's your dad? Why do you want to differentiate and substantiate some of the things that you're not hit of? Maybe then it's you. Maybe. Let's say it is. The yesterday topic was about it's underscore Gintu, always a one person, one man army called the real G. It was a discussion that every time it was pointing at me and everybody was pointing at me. And you know the impact I'm carrying onto Nyabuansi. And this is a super direct chat to Kenge and the fraternity that you are talking about. You're going to be sending people to my parents. That's a very big warning I'm giving you. I'm not your age, but I can teach you too. And don't bear talking about you're going to be sending people to my parents to do what? Have I ever sent some people to your parents? You talked about you don't know them. How do you send people to people you don't know? What about me? I don't know even your parents. I don't recognize their presences. I've never sent somebody there. They're the ones following me. So are they the ones you are going to send? Or you're going to send somebody to delete? In quotation, I don't know. Your points were pointless, never had any kind of a meaningful thought, resembling nothing unto the entire ecosystem. As you are a maid in Argentina, many of the things that do happen unto the village, you don't know right now. All the people who come, and you have already spoken that they come not only for the purpose of your own family, but for all the people who are around Nyabuhanse fraternity. To a special dedication to everyone who is just onto this platform right now. It's talking about taking advantage of the guests who arrive to Nyabuhanse in a courtesy that it's Kenge family they have come to see nor check. But the real fact, they come intentionally knowing that it's for your own courtesy, but they have a deeper meaning of helping the surrounding, which is, I always call, the ecosystem. It's not only your family is part of that ecosystem, but there are so many families that are around and attached and to the sections of where your home is. I am 1 to 1.5 kilometers from your village. I'm like the 4th village from you. And that's where I have lands. And that's where I purchased lands. And much of my presence and also my businesses, I do run onto that section.